Hello YouTube. I started this channel because my lifestyle is going to be changing very soon, and I wanted to make a channel that allowed me to connect with people who are also going the same route that I'm going. Now, as far as my personal videos go, I'm not sure if I'm going to be showing my whole face or just cropping it to show mostly just the eyes, because there is anonymity to consider, for safety reasons mostly, and also for at least a little bit of privacy. I realize that eyes are pretty recognizable, but at least if most of your face is hidden, you have you have a little bit of anonymity when it comes to strangers. Anyways, for now I'm comfortable showing my eyes. So for my lifestyle change, I am going through a divorce, and for financial reasons and for personal growth and development reasons, which I'll go into later, I am choosing to live in a car. Now, although it might be possible for me to figure out a way to not live in a car, like just rent a room in a shared house or something for a few hundred a month, whatever, that's what most people do when they get a divorce, I am making the personal choice not to do that. Now, when most people hear that you're gonna consider living in a car, or you're definitely gonna live in a car, they usually kind of freak out. I mean, they'll say something like, you can't do that, it's dangerous, you're gonna be homeless, and where are you gonna shower or go to the bathroom, where are you gonna do your laundry, where are you gonna sleep, or what about really hot summers or freezing winters, what are you gonna do in those situations? Well, first of all, it's very doable. There's a whole culture of people all over the country, in all over the world actually. At least in this country, there's thousands upon thousands of people who choose to do this. They are called car dwellers or van dwellers. A lot of them live in vans for extra space and more comfort. I'm going to be starting out living in a car until I save up enough money to get myself a van, and we'll just move up from there. But yes, again, it is very doable. You can, I have a gym membership, Planet Fitness. You can visit your home gym as much as you want. You can take showers there every day, so you can keep your body perfectly clean. There is a laundromat right across the street from where I work, so that takes care of clean body and clean clothes. There doesn't have to be anything dirty or disgusting about living in a car. As for a place to sleep, you can fold things down. You can lay down and sleep in the back of the car with the help of some window shades and visors and such, and you simply choose a very, very safe and inconspicuous location to do so. The things that I obviously can't fit in my car, I am renting a storage room to keep all my big stuff in. Basically, the only thing that's going to be in the car with me is clothes, toiletry, little things that I am going to want close by all the time. So it's sort of minimalist supplies in the car, and then the rest of all my stuff will be in the storage room. There are ways to take care of things. You can put solar panels on top of the car very inconspicuously, or you could just use a power bank so you could plug in your electronics. You could still cook. You could get one of those small single Coleman burners. They run on one of those tiny little 1-pound propane tanks. Cold in the winter, you could get one of those small Mr. Buddy heaters. You can use 0-degree sleeping bags. If you're hot in the summer, you can get portable fans, portable air conditioners, small ones that you can keep in the car. There's ways of getting around the discomfort. I'll be at work during the daytime, so I'm not going to be sitting in my car during the hot days very much. But if there's a day off where it's hot, just, go in somewhere. You can go hang out in Barnes & Noble. You can go in a big store somewhere, a cafe, whatever. There are places, you can go in a library. I mean, there are plenty of places you could go to get out of the heat or the cold or whatever. You pretty much live outside of your car most of the day, and you just go to your car to sleep at night. Your car is basically just going to be a bed in the grand scheme of things. So why do people choose to live this way? Some people just want to travel. They'll work for 6 months and save up all their money living in a car, and then they'll take that car and they'll travel all over the place, and they'll go off of work for 6 months. You know, they'll work in the fall and winter, and then in the spring and summer they will travel. But some people are stationary. They'll stay in the same area, the same town, and they'll just go to work every day. And, you know, one of the biggest reasons people choose it is finances. It's a lot cheaper to live this way because you are not paying any rent. So if you think whatever you spend on rent, that could be going in your bank account every month instead of being thrown away pretty much on something that you're never going to own. Just a big box, essentially, to put your bed and all of your junk in, you know, which is, it's kind of the same. I mean, the car is going to be my bed, and I got a storage room to put all my junk in, but it's going to be hundreds of dollars less than what it would be if I were renting an apartment or something. So I look at it as just living more cheaply. Now, more detail on why I'm choosing this. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm going through a divorce, and having to be my own sole provider and be all by myself, I don't really have a lot of money. I do work full-time, and I make a few dollars above minimum wage, actually. Still, if I were to rent a place, I would be just barely holding my head above water, paycheck to paycheck. And, you know, I start thinking about that. You know, instead of paying $400 or $500 a month on a room or a small place, I could be putting that $400 or $500 in the bank. You think after a year of saving, you've got thousands of dollars. You can get yourself a better vehicle. You can pay for school so that you can get a better paying job and make even more money. There's a lot of things that you could do with that money besides just handing it to a landlord. Feel like since I'm not making a whole lot of money, since I'm going to be by myself, I need to hang on to every dollar that I make that isn't going on keeping my car running and buying food, basically. Just, you know, keeping my clothes clean, paying for my gym membership, the laundromat, anything that's not, or my storage room. So anything that's not one of those expenses, I don't need to be spending it. I work hard for that money, and I need it. And I'm finding that most car dwellers and van dwellers, you know, who choose this lifestyle, they are doing it because of that reason. Now, I'm not going to be traveling. I'm going to be stationary, so I'll be staying in the same town and keeping the same job. The reason for that is I want to keep my full-time job. I absolutely hate not having a job and having to job hunt. I hate interviewing for jobs. I hate searching for jobs. Traveling car and van dwellers are constantly doing that. So I like my full-time hours. I like my benefits. I like knowing all my coworkers, kind of like family. I love all that. So I kind of like the security of that. You know, I travel, I lose that. Now I might, you know, if I get some PTO, like paid time off, I might save up a little money and take a small vacation or something. That'd be nice. But other than that, I will be staying put. But again, with the face hiding thing, don't really want everyone and their cousin to know that I in particular am living in a car, because people can be judgmental. They think, oh, they're homeless. Maybe they'll get desperate enough to steal or something, or they'll just judge you. You know, they'll be like, oh, maybe they're dirty and gross. And no, I don't think so. I'm a very clean person, and like I said, you could shower daily at the gym. You could do your laundry at the laundromat regularly, just as much as you would at home. There's living in a car does not necessarily mean that you're not a clean person. A lot of van and car dwellers are clean people. They're not jobless, they're not homeless, they're just choosing to have smaller accommodations. Just trying to educate folks to kind of end a lot of those negative stereotypes. Now, another reason I'm doing this is because you know, there's probably a lot of women out there who feel this way, and maybe even some men out there who do too, but it tends to be more women. I've been in a couple of really crappy relationships, putting up with things that really nobody should be putting up with. because I felt stuck, like I had nowhere else to go, and I couldn't afford, I couldn't afford separate rents with my own place. Didn't want to live with strangers. That's the other thing. I don't want to live with strangers. I can't stand having roommates. Really hate it. So this is my solution to all those problems. And also, it's like a personal challenge for me. Like I said, putting up with all those bad things in relationships just because you feel like you need two incomes to survive. That really traps you in a lot of bad situations, and your partner gets a big head on their shoulders thinking, I can do whatever that I want because, she's not going to leave, or he, she, whoever, So they get lazy, and they even get mentally and emotionally abusive. They take you for granted. So I do not want to get caught in situations like that again. And I feel like if I can live in a car or a van and actually be very happy, even happier living that way, like other car and van dwellers do, who do this out of the joy of it, the freedom and the independence of it. If I can make it like that, and if I can be perfectly fine and even, thrive and prosper and improve my life by doing it, then I will feel stronger, more independent, and like I don't need anybody. The codependency thing will end, and I will know that in the future, if I can do it and be a success at it and actually enjoy it and thrive, then I will know in the future that if there's anything happening in a relationship, whether it's mental, emotional abuse, cheating, physical abuse, whatever, that I can walk out, like just instantly walk out that door the minute it goes sour, and I'll be fine. And I won't have to, I don't have to stick around and put up with that crap. So I want that kind of power. I want that kind of independence, and I want to be able to trust myself that I can very easily just turn around and walk out that door and never come back the minute some guy thinks that he could do whatever he wants to me and I can't get out of that situation. I don't want anyone having that kind of power over me ever again. So the way I see it, I need to do this for me. For me, I need to. I need to know that I can survive on my own, without a man, without anyone's help, without depending on anybody. And I've wanted to feel that way my whole life. I never made enough money to really pull that off, but I think if I reduce my living cost, then I can do it. And I want that peace of mind and that independence so badly that I'm willing to reduce the size of my accommodations for it. And that's the reason I'm doing it. Now, I understand that some people see car and van dwelling as a beautiful thing in of itself, like just the freedom, the independence, and the extra money. It's all the minimalist living. It's a beautiful thing in of itself. And so, okay, I mean, yeah, I will definitely be focusing on that, appreciating it for what it is. But I'm also going to be focusing and appreciating on the other reasons that I need this lifestyle right now. I'm sure there are going to be times where it's really hard for me, and I might be frustrated or even scared, but I'm going to work through it. And I'm still living with him at the moment, but I'm working on getting everything into my storage room, getting everything packed up. I probably won't be using this car, because our plan is to sell this car and get me a cheaper, more economic one. So we're working on that right now, and once that's all done, I can go ahead and get out of there and start my new lifestyle. Alright, so I just wanted to get this video made and get it uploaded to my new channel and start making some connections with other car and van dwellers. I'm definitely gonna be making like a tour video of how I live in the car or the van later on, and just showing the setup of how I store and keep things and how I do certain things. Any tips and tricks that I figure out or that I learn from other people. I'd like to make videos about that as well. Hopefully I can help out other people, especially other women who feel stuck, like they're trapped with some guy for financial reasons. If I am a success at this, I think my only regret is going to be that I didn't do it years sooner. Alright, so I hope to meet a lot more of you. I've subscribed to tons of other car and van dwellers here already. I hope to get some subscribers for myself as well. Please comment, rate, subscribe, connect with me. Can't wait to get in touch with everybody and become part of the culture. Thank you for watching and have a great day.